Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is a paid request, this time from Walker. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested, request any type of videos, topic, reaction, commentary, review, re-review, what have you, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Now, Walter wanted me to react to his ranking of the Spider-Man films. Now, he asked me to read this verbatim, so I'll do that first. Number 13, this is from Hate to Love. Number 13, Morbius, the only one I don't really care for. Number 12, Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Number 13, Morbius. 12, Venom, Let There Be Carnage. 11, Venom. 10, Amazing Spider-Man 2. 9, The Amazing Spider-Man 1. 8, Spider-Man 3. He says it's really funny and ridiculous moments in this movie. I agree with one of those, ridiculous. I don't agree with it being funny. My opinion. But that's number 8. Number 7, Into the Spider-Verse. Number 6, the original Spider-Man movie. Number 5, Spider-Man Across the Universe. Some moments of humor didn't land, but other than that, it's one of the best. That's number 5. Number 4, Spider-Man Far From Home. Number 3, Spider-Man No Way Home. 2, Spider-Man Homecoming. 1, Spider-Man 2. Okay. So he asked for what my reaction to that. I think the Tom Holland Spider-Man films are way too... Well, this is just my opinion. For me, Spider-Man... Tom Holland is way too high. I think Into the Spider-Verse and Across Spider-Verse, I feel are better than those movies, and I feel they're too low. I think Spider-Man 3 should be dead last, because I think that's the biggest pile of crap involving Spider-Man. It's a atrocity. Horrible, terrible, and every... Other than Thomas Hayden Church's Sandman, every other way is terrible and horrible. Amazing Spider-Man 2, I think, is too low. I know I'm alone in that. Well, actually, me and Michael CP, we're alone in that. And, yeah, I think, for me, the Tom Holland films are too high. The Spider-Verse films are too low. I think Spider-Man 3 should be dead last, and I would put Amazing Spider-Man 2 much higher. But he also asks what my ranking would be. Oh, man, I need a drink because this don't piss people off. Because I had to think about this for a few minutes. Because here's the thing. Time changes. Some movies you like better with age. Like wine tastes better with age. Some are worse with age. So here's my... I don't go from favorite to least. My number one favorite is Into the Spider-Verse. I mentioned that before. For me, that's the best Spider-Man film I've seen. And it is animated. I thought it was a beautiful, technically gorgeous movie. I really liked the Miles Morales character. I liked the way Spider-Man was incorporated to that. I liked all the different variety of Spider-Man in that, including Nick Cage's noirs, film noir, Spider-Man 1. I thought it was very unique and very creative, heartfelt. I liked the use of, I think it was Kingpin in that movie. But yeah, really was impressed with Into the Spider-Verse. Number 2, I'm going to put Across the Spider-Verse. While I don't think it's as good as the first one, there's still a lot of nice, cool, creative moments in that. The spot, the fight scene Spider-Man has with that character. I thought Miles Morales was still very likable. I didn't mind the Gwen Stacy Spider-Girl character. All the different Spider-Mans and all the different versions of that were neat to see. It was nice to see Spider-Man 2099 in there, and I kind of get the justification they're showcasing with how that character acts to a point. I do think it's a step below because the finale is not that satisfying because it's a setup for the last one. And I wish Spider-Man 2099... I get the idea, but at the same time, the part of me just wishes he had his own film instead, but... there's a lot to like about it. I reviewed that not too long ago, so I do still like the movie. Just didn't think it was as good as the first one, but I do like it. So that's number 2. Number 3, this is where I'm going to lose everybody in the audience. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is my third favorite Spider-Man movie. It is a flawed movie, don't get me wrong. The flaw was that they tried to put way too much damn crap into it. But I watched that again not too long ago, and that is one of those films that I have warmed up to. Because I remember when I first saw it, I'm like, what the hell? I didn't get it. It does have its flaws, like I mentioned, but like I don't think when he did the web, it needed to be a hand, the grabber. There was a bit too many villains they're trying to push into there. But a lot of the little moments just really add up for me. Andrew Garfield's performance, I think, is the best live-action Spider-Man we've gotten in that movie. I think that movie has the best live-action Spider-Man, and Andrew Garfield showcases that. I really do believe that. And in fact, he was one of the decent points in No Way Home as well. The music, I've really warmed up to the music. I really like the music. The action, the Spider-Man sequences of the action are wonderful to watch. It feels like a Spider-Man, like this is what Spider-Man would do, and the agility and all that. There's still parts of that movie that just does that work. But I really do like the love story between Andrew Garfield and Emma. I'm bad with names. Emma, who plays Gwen Stacy. Emma Stone? I always get her and Emma Roberts. Damn it. Emma Stone, Emma Roberts, Emma. I know it's Emma. But I'm bad with names. Their love story, I think, was really on point. The musical score, the action sequences, it tried to fit too much stuff in there, and it got bloated and cluttered. And so there's some rough edges in there. But yeah, I don't think that film's as bad as I made it out to be. And trust me, most of the stuff I rant on, I stand by what I said. Like, of all the rants I've done on movies, there are a few that I've warmed up to. I don't really hated Hulk 2003, but I warmed up to even more nowadays. I liked it back then, I like it more now. Hulk 2003. A Good Day to Die Hard I hate. I liked it in the theater. I watch it at home. I really don't care for it nowadays. Soldier with Caruso was a show when I first saw it. I warmed up to that one. So A Good Day Hard was the opposite. There are a couple more, but only a couple more. Because you look back, I still don't like Prometheus. I despise Prometheus. I still despise Alien Covenant. I still despise The Predator and Prey. I still don't like Predators with Adrian Brody. Alien 3 can still suck it. Alien Resurrection I still think is bad. Rambo 5 I still think is bad. Terminator Dark Fate and Genesis I think are a bunch of crap. RoboCop remake I still think is crap. Red Dawn remake I still think is crap. The Theme prequel I still think is crap. So there's a lot of them I still think are crap. But Amazing Spider-Man 2, I've warmed up to. I actually do not mind that film. Warts and all. And like I said, the Spider-Man himself, I like watching in that movie. Despite the issues, the lead character I like, and that goes a long way for me. which is why I put Spider-Man 2 as number 4. I know it's blasphemy. It does have good action scenes. I think the villain, Doc Ock, why I know the name, Alfred Molina, does a very good job as the villain. I do not like Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire. I do not like him as Spider-Man, Sam I Am. I do not like him in a can. I do not like Kirsten Dunst as Mary Jane. I think she's whiny. I think she's phony. I think what it is Sam Raimi went for an acting style that's like the Andy Griffith Show. Like very trying to be a. It's like the acting is trying to be the type of acting from back to the day when they did like those serials back to the day of the superhero serials or the Flash Gordon stuff, or just a bit at times ham-fisted, a bit at times hammy with the acting, and like I never care for the music in those movies, except maybe some of the songs. A hero to save us. That's the first one. Chad Kroger. I like that song. I don't like the score. That fucking scene of when a raindrops keep falling on my head. I mean, people give. Okay, I get. Amazing Spider-Man 2 is not perfect, but people give stuff in Spider-Man 2 a pass as well that are a bit goofy and cringy too. Let's be honest. There's some cringy, goofy shit in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2, but they get a bit more of the pass. But I like Spider-Man 2 for what it is. I do. At one time I said it was the best live-action Spider-Man. I did say that at one point. I remember it. I did say that, but you know what? I don't really care to rewatch it as much as those first three. I like the action Spider-Man 2. I like the action Amazing Spider-Man 2 more. I like the music in Amazing Spider-Man 2. I like the love story. The love story and the two leads of Amazing Spider-Man 2 is why I put above Spider-Man Original 2. The two leads and the love story, which I think suck dick in Sam Raimi's films. I do not like Tobey Maguire. Never. I could deal with him in Pleasantville. I could deal with him in this film called Brothers. I do not like him as Peter Parker, Sam I Am. I do not like him with his spam or his big old damn, what's the word? Spandex. But I could deal with the movie. Like I didn't like the movie, but I don't love it like other people do. So I don't think that Sam Raimi films have aged that well, in my opinion. So there you go. I already pissed everybody off. My job is done. Salute. Number 5, I guess I would put Far From Home. Just of the Tom Holland films, that was the one I could deal with the most. Just I like J. Gyllenhaal as Mysterio. Number 6, I guess. Well, number 6, I'll put the. Do I want to put Homecoming or the original? I had it written down, but now I'm thinking the original Spider-Man or Homecoming. Which do I like more? Because Homecoming is even a film. Well, I'll put Homecoming because I do like Tom Holland as an actor. I don't think the scripts have really given him the best to work with as Spider-Man. But I do like him. And I remember at one point, Tom Holland, I said was the best Spider-Man. And I know, my mind goes back and forth. You want to know why? Because Spider-Man was my favorite comic book character. And so many times I feel like it just was done better in animated form. Probably why my favorite are the two animated movies. But whether it be the Neil Patrick's one, Patrick Harris one on MTV for 1 year, or the 90s Spider-Man, or even the Spectacular Spider-Man, I always thought Spider-Man was done better in animated form and not movie form. So I go back and forth with these movies because it's like I want to like it, but then stuff rubbed me the wrong way. And then as time goes on, I get frustrated that this isn't done better and they haven't done this, or especially what Tom Holland Spider-Man, what they did with him. Such a cool interest in that Captain America Civil War, and then, oh, more of this fucking suit, Iron Spider suit that I hate. And the way they wrote him in No Way Home was such piss poor that I almost retroactively want to dislike the other ones more, which isn't fair, I know. But I'll stay with Homecoming because I like Michael Keaton as Vulture. I do like Tom Holland as an actor. He does not need to be cast in everything. He was awful in Uncharted. Because he was miscast. I liked him in this movie called The Impossible with Ewan McGregor and I think Naomi Watts. So I'll put Homecoming, then I'll put the original Spider-Man. I'm not really a fan of. I think that's very campy. I know it's supposed to be campy, and this comes from a guy that likes Superman 3. And I think the original Spider-Man is more campy than Superman 3. I'll say that with a straight face. Because that robot that takes that lady over in Superman 3 is creepier than anything Willem Dafoe does in Spider-Man as Green Goblin with his Power Ranger mask. And Kirsten Dunst, she's fine in films like Jumanji. I do not like her as Mary Jane. I think she's annoying. She's irritating. She's whiny. Tell me you love me. Did you tell me you love me? I tell you with a fist in your mouth. How about that? Fistophobia. How about you? Just some fistophobia. How about that? Fistophobia. But, so original Spider-Man. I'm going to say Into the Spider-Verse, Across Spider-Verse, Amazing Spider-Man 2, then the original Spider-Man 2, Far From Home, number 5, Homecoming, number 6, the original Spider-Man, number 7, although it does have Macho Man Randy Savage, so that is one good point. Number 8, the first Amazing Spider-Man, awful looking suit. Andrew Garfield, I don't think his character is written that well. Although the humor, he worked better than Tobey Maguire, I'll say that. His humor worked a bit better. But I didn't like the costume. I thought the Lizard was not the best villain to use, and I don't like the way the Lizard looks in it, effects-wise. And, yeah. Cool to see Dennis Leary in there. I like the love story, but because I think those two have chemistry, but they're trying to put all the stuff about his parents, they need it. I just think the sequel really bumped up the action, the spectacle, the score, the love story. I appreciated that. And I guess I put like 9 Morbius, 10 Venom, 11 Venom 2, 12 No Way Home, and 13 Spider-Man 3. They all suck, but Morbius makes me the least mad because I didn't give a crap about the character Morbius. I didn't read the comics for that. I didn't give a crap. Venom I did. And it was just a goofy, silly, why don't you just buff fuck each other? You know, Tom Hardy and Venom. Please, have a Flying 69 and film a porno. Because that's, we all know that's what you want to do. Shove the tongue up Tom Hardy's tight hole, loose hole, whatever the hell hole is. It's a big enough tongue, probably be loose by the time I end this sentence. Get the tongue up there. You turd in the wind. Yeah, I'm sure be tasting turds when your tongue's up Tom Hardy's butthole. Venom is goofy and stupid and poorly written and made me more mad because I actually like the character of Venom. Venom 2, they completely, as they call him wrestling, buried Carnage. He was a nothing character in that. Neutered, tamed, no violence, no intensity. Woody Harrelson I liked as an actor. I still don't know if he was the best choice for Carnage. And they tamed him down. You didn't see anything, and every fight scene is like a smorgasbord of CG and crap and poorly designed, poor choreographed fight scenes. Hate those Venom movies. I rather watch Morbius than those Venom movies. I'm not kidding. Morbius sucked too. No Way Home, I despise the movie. I think they completely obliterated Spider-Man, made him an idiot. You answer me this question. How does a Spider-Man who's already fought a couple villains, already dealt with Thanos face to face, as well as all that stuff in Avengers Endgame, where you had to be amongst all that big battle at the end, and here's the gauntlet, Infinity Gauntlet, keep it away. All the stuff he had to do, could do, did do, and then Mysterio and Vulture and all this other stuff. But he has the bright idea to invite all these villains to where his Aunt May lives at. Gives his address. Why don't you just give your phone number, your Facebook, your Instagram, and your checking account while you're at it, Spidey, you moron, you putz. Oh, here's an idea. Hey, Jon Favreau, how about you take my Aunt May and go to Disneyland? Go camping. Go on a boat somewhere. Keep away for a week. That way Aunt May will be safe. Probably would have worked out the better if you used that common sense. God forbid. I know. Shame on me for thinking that way. And then Doctor Strange looked like an idiot. And then the reasons Peter Parker wants to do this is not because his family's in danger. Not because his friends are in danger. My friends can't get into college. Please, we need to mess with the timeline and all this other stuff because they can't get into college. Boo-hoo! Most of us can't get into college. Guess what? There's life after. Start a YouTube channel. Hell, I'm friends with Spider-Man. You probably get a lot of hits on YouTube. You make money off of that. Do that. Start a Twitch. Whatever the hell you do. Really, that's a thing because they can't get into college. Okay. Which is BS too, because the way colleges are, they would get into college. Because someone would be like, hey, can Spider-Man make a couple public appearances and sell some stuff and we'll get some big old money and merchandising? There'll be one college be like, hey, Spidey, hey, these two helped me out. Is there anything I could do for you? Well, actually, they know it, so. Okay, fine, yeah, sure. Or private college or anything. Also, you would think like Gwyneth Paltrow would have helped him out since, you know, Tony Stark and him were so close. Sure, you could live here. It's not like she wouldn't have the damn money. You'd be the babysitter for my kid. You don't stay here. I mean, you tell me none of the Avengers would help Spider-Man out? None of them? Well, Doctor Strange, no, I mean nobody else? Well, there's somewhere else. Yeah, they all just conveniently have to be somewhere else. Okay. Yeah, I did that review. I did that rant. It's still up. I could go on for an hour on that movie. And every bit of it. You even have an opportunity to do the Sinister Six and you don't even have 6 villains. Alfred Molina is a villain, then he's a good guy. And even then you only have like... By the end fight... Green Goblin's over here just jerking off, doing something, watching. Alfred Molina is a good guy now. So it's only like Lizard, Electro, I think Sandman, and who the hell else was it? I don't remember who the hell it was. Wait, it was... What the hell? Who the hell was it? Who the hell was it? Lizard, Electro, I think Sandman. Was that it? Was there only 3 of them? There's a 4th, I don't remember. Yeah, because it was 3, Green Goblin 4, Alfred Molina 5. So they weren't in 6 of them. And like, here's 3 Spider-Man versus 3 bad guys. Wow. 10 out of 3 Spider-Man defeat 3 bad guys? I don't know. There's been comments where Spider-Man would have to defeat 6 bad guys on his own. That whole thing just sucks. No Way Home sucks. And 13 Spider-Man 3, yeah, it's ridiculous, but I didn't find anything funny. Every plot point with that movie, every action scene in that movie, the way Venom is portrayed by the guy from that 70s show, Topher Grace, the way James Franco gets amnesia and this butler comes out and goes, by the way, I didn't tell you this before, but by the way, and he's got amnesia like As the World Turns or The Days of Our Lives, then he's got the best of friends, the best. And then he doesn't have amnesia anymore, and then you talk about a movie trying to put everything into it, and the love story with Kirsten Dunst. Tell me you love me. Why do you tell me you love me? Fistophobia. I hate Kirsten Dunst as Mary Jane. I do not like Tobey Maguire. He cries every other 5 minutes of that movie. Spider-Man comes off as a sissy in that movie. I hate that movie. They ruined the whole Spider-Man going dark and instead let him do an emo dance. That's the worst scene in any Spider-Man movie ever. The emo dance. That alone makes it the worst. Stupid, dumb, idiotic, ridiculous, unfunny, cringeworthy, campy. And Sam Raimi, I don't know what the hell he was doing. But yeah, that movie can lick these sweaty balls. So, this is what I feel about Spider-Man 3. Eat it, eat it. So, we have different lists. Oh well. It's not against the law. At least not yet. But thanks once again, Walker. Take care, man. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for the request. Hopefully people get some chuckles out of this. You disagree. Nothing wrong with that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.